Hey everybody, what's up? It's been a while since I've been in Langrisser and actually shot any content, and I didn't want you guys to think that I was forgetting about Langrisser at all. I've been in here. My guild's just been awesome, and I wanted to share this little gem with you because this is an auto battle. I'll give you the backstory real quick, but it really surprised me. And it gives me a good idea of what character I'm going to build the hell out of next. So pretty much since I've been getting 3C abilities, and after this I'll go through and show you some of my characters real quick. They're doing alright, you can see some of them here. This is a different auto battle team for me. I started putting in different characters like Estelle to see how their 3C would work, see how they would move while using their 3C, stuff like that. So that's pretty much what I was doing. And when I got into this little battle with my buddy Quizm, shout out to you, man, by the way, got a great team. After the first turn or two, I was like, okay, cool. I thought it was just gonna end pretty quick, and then there was just a 3-turn onslaught. It was absolutely ridiculous. Weiler has a lot to do with this, but let's just go ahead and watch it. Because this is auto, I can't really pause it or anything like real PvP, so I kind of wish I could do that, but it's still pretty cool to watch. This entertained me, that's for sure. So right off rip, Sakura does make it over here and gets to heal block everybody with Juggler. That's important. I thought that was cool, and she can do that because of Estelle and her 3C. So right off rip, we have Mystery Knight doing some damage over there. It's looking pretty good for me. Really, it's looking like the fight's gonna end any second now. But high stakes gets used over here, and you guys will see just absolutely how ridiculous how high stakes can be. The stakes have never been higher. I do sacrifice my Mystery Knight, obviously, but then Yusuke gets powered up, so I just figured, it's on now, because my Yusuke is fairly powered up. Here's Estelle actually, doing what she's supposed to do, but by now Juggler is healing everybody up, because obviously Weiler managed to dispel Sakura's heal block. So I was like, snap, they're back in the fight. Juggler is taking some heavy hands from Yusuke. He wasted his 3C. Sakura uses her 3C ability. Now you gotta figure everybody's extremely debuffed now, and they're gonna start taking crazy fixed damage. And then of course I have Ash over here taking out Angelica. So at this point I think that's it. It's over. The next move, they're all gonna get wiped. It was a good game. I could not believe what I was seeing here. They're taking crazy fixed damage from Sakura. Homeboy comes in with a mass heal and doesn't even get to pull that off. Everybody is looking like they have just about no health at all. And this is where it really gets good. So after Juggler dies, and there's only 3 of them left, his Weiler's, I think it's his 3C. I haven't looked into it yet, but there it is. Desperate Prayer, Desperate something. Everybody gets fully healed before combat. So Sakura just got tricked and got killed up there, because she should have been able to finish that character off because he had no health. But obviously because he got to be fully healed, he got to take Sakura out. So all of a sudden now he's back into the game. It's pretty ridiculous. It's eating up through all that fixed damage Sakura applied. And here he is. He's healing. I think he's taking debuffs off. The point is, it becomes pretty close, and the fight drags on. And there it goes again. He's back fully healed. It's absolutely ridiculous what you can do with that ability. And here he goes. Desperate Prayer. Especially if you're talking about applying it to a tank, somebody that has a really high hit point pool. I think it can really go a long way. I mean, obviously, this one Landius is literally fighting off three of my strongest characters. Two of them have their 3Cs. That's pretty cool. I was really impressed by this. I just thought it was really awesome. I'm definitely going to be looking into this guy's 3C ability, and it's probably going to be the next thing that I'm going to like really be working on. I'm going to start grinding shards out for him and everything. I got to see how he's doing, but this really surprised me. Weiler, I always knew Weiler had some crazy potential in the future, and I guess I must have been sleeping when this came out. Like, he didn't even get to use Tactical Genius on everybody. Like, I kind of got lucky that Weiler was the last one to get killed, and that's why Quizm put him out in the front, because you want him to use that 3C of his or whatever that was, and then you want him to die. And then the rest of your units pretty much just become invincible. So, let's get out of here real quick. I'll just give you guys a quick recap of my account right now. Not a whole lot going on. I haven't even done Apex this season at all. As far as characters go, I've been just trying to grind out any 3Cs that I can. My Bernie is doing pretty good. He's at 7,700. I'm happy with Bernie. Still have a few better rolls I can get for him. But he's looking pretty good. I do enjoy running Bernie with this setup. He's an amazing tank, and because you guys know I love Sakura, right? So that's why I keep Bernie built up. He's an oldie but goodie. I love his break. This is my Sakura. I think I can get a better roll on this Fury of Tyr. And I think I can get a little bit more hit points on her, but she's pretty solid. Like this, on this server, this Sakura is ranked pretty high. Her attack and her skill are up there with the highest of Sakura's. That's really what you want. It's nice to have extra hit points and everything, but you want Sakura to be able to attack first, and you want her to have a high enough attack to one-shot things, and this Sakura definitely does that. I just got her 3C. Let's see, obviously, here's my Yusuke, and I had a bunch of full moons, so I tried to deck him out as well as I could with that. I got some decent rolls since I had so many of them, so that's why my Yusuke is, I consider him fairly powerful. I don't think he's ranked too high, but he works very well for me. He has good hit points, he's tough, just got his 3C, so it's pretty much the team I've been working on. And Ash has really surprised me. I really dig this character. I also think that with Weiler, this guy could be ridiculous. If you give him some sort of crazy buff like that, Ashram can always have 2 lives as long as he gets a kill on something. So he gets to come back to life multiple times already. And if you can buff him up with crazy support abilities, he just becomes, so much to deal with. Granted, he can't retreat a couple blocks away like Leon can, so he can't hit and run. But I feel like this guy doesn't need to hit and run. He's supposed to hit and stay. He has no problem getting attacked by other units, especially if his attack is higher. He's going to get to go first and attack first. Then you're not really even going to want this guy to run away. Unless you're trying to, clear some distance between you and a nasty mage or some archers, then I could see how Leon totally takes the cake. But, being able to come back to life is really nifty. And one of my favorite things about Sakura is how she attacks first. This guy has that too, as long as you have a high enough attack for him. I've been working on that. I can get probably a little bit better rolls. I did get a 15% magic defense and 15% hit point roll on his carbon fiber armor, and I just decided to keep that instead of trying to get like a 5% attack. Still, when this guy gets low on health, between the armor and the helm, he gets a lot more attack than he's going to be attacking first, especially if he has low health and he moves up like 4 or 5 blocks. Yeah, this one gets like, I've seen his attack go just about to 2,000. So depending on who he's attacking, if he's got 2,000 attack, he's going to get to attack first. It becomes very useful. So I dig Ashram. Been working on him. Here's my Sakura. I think I already showed her off, of course. Yeah, we looked at the Fury. helm. Altamüller I still need to work on, especially because I like running Ash with him for his strat buff. Altamüller does alright. I really enjoy how rugged he is. I mean, if you have Steel Rune on him and you use his Wind Glide ability, plus the damage reduction he gets from charging up his Supreme Overlord ability, becomes ridiculous because this guy is so tanky, can have a good amount of hit points and decent defense, and then also have 40% damage reduction or something stupid. So I've seen Altamüller he's a flying fortress. I've always said that about him, so I've kept building him, obviously, and it's because I like Knight of Mystery too. She's pretty awesome. I'll show you guys one of the best rolls I've gotten. This thing's 15% intelligence and an 8 intelligence, and is still giving her a smidge of hit points. That's pretty cool. She actually works alright with the Arcane Battle Garb, and that is because I rolled such a high magic defense on Gaia's helmet. I think this, along with the hit points and everything, this helps her stay alive. I've had pretty good success with this Knight of Mystery, even though this is not what many would consider her best in slot build. I think it works very well for me, especially with this staff. I've heard people say that this is worthless because you only get a 15% intelligence increase when there's a debuff on the enemy. But realistically, it's pretty easy to get some sort of debuff, any debuff on an enemy, and then she can really go in for the kill. And even if she doesn't get to kill somebody, like a juggler or something, there's that 30% chance to stun them. That can help. So I really do actually dig this weapon on her, and I don't think it's her best in slot at all. Like I said, a lot of people said it was useless, but this build works great for me, and she does do actually a lot of good fixed damage with the Arcane Battle Garb, because, let's see, you obviously have to get a roll for her where she's getting a ton of magic defense, and then just kind of see how it works out for you, because between how much damage she's doing, with her class and everything, and then adding this fixed damage, you'd be surprised, especially if you can get 14% magic defense here, and there was another one I had 14. Yeah, you get some good magic defense, and you can actually get some good fixed damage out of her. So the other character I've been working on is Rainforest. I do think he's awesome. He's unique. He's really in the works though, but I do have Apex boots for him, stuff like that. He's only 6.5k. I'm trying to 6-star him as soon as possible. Nothing too crazy yet. I mean, this is 11 attack and 13. All of these stats can definitely get improved. So I'm going to be powering him up because I want to run him with Altamüller. We have Deedlit here, who is well over 7k. She's going to be 6-star pretty soon too. I've done a video on her. I have a different type of build for Deedlit. I focus more on defense and stuff like that because I figure the longer she can stay alive, the more support she can give everyone, and she can kind of help your battle go better that way instead of just using her as a gnarly ass attacker. It just works well for me. Obviously she's not 6-star yet. We'll see how good she is when she peaks, but I made sure she has pretty good hit points, defense, magic defense. She's doing alright. Let's see. I get good rolls on here. Yeah, 15% magic defense on the Arcane Battle Garb, which is going to do fixed damage based off of her magic defense. And this one's got good hit points. So, all in all, that's how she's looking. And obviously, the last character from the Yu Yu Hakusho collab that I absolutely loved, that I actually have to work on, is Kurama. So he's just at 7k. He's looking alright. Really nothing too fancy here, but I'm definitely working on him. This is what I'm going to leave on him. I do like this build. I just haven't got a chance to use him that much. So these are the characters I'm pretty much sharding out right now. Hiei, we haven't checked in and checked him out in a while. This is how he looks. I don't know if I want to change some things around on him or not. He seems to be doing pretty good. His attack is alright. His skill is good. This one is surprisingly durable. Let's see. I wish I could change these intelligence to something else. But other than that, like his hat has 14% hit points. And his armor has 15% hit points. So he's hit pointed out. The Extreme Magic Bow, I got a pretty decent roll on that. So this guy's going to get worked on for sure because he's one of my favorite characters. Let's see. Joshua is still in the works. I'm doing a crit build for Josh, so his attack isn't as high as other Joshes that are around. I want to experiment with that. See if it's worth it to either like decrease his crit and increase his attack and just see what kind of damage I'm doing. But this is still a very awesome character. He can one-shot some parties, especially some healers if they have low hit points. His fixed damage is off the chain, but he is definitely in the works. I'm trying different things with him. I got a pretty decent roll on his Extreme Magic Bow. And Leonhardt, he's not even 7K yet. And he's actually won me some arena fights just because of how powerful his kit is. Let's see. I don't have like the highest stats rolled on him. He definitely needs some work, but he's definitely one of my favorite characters. And I always dig the fact that he has like a power fist. Like this skin just looks awesome. So other than that, oh yeah, Rennie, I'm working on getting her 3C. I just really enjoy Rennie. She can do a lot of damage. Mine just absolutely destroys the dragon, so I want to get her 3C, even though it's like it's more like Calamity Throw, but I think it's a very useful thing to have. So I want to try to get that for her just because I enjoy playing Rennie. She's cool. And Leon, I surprisingly did not get his 3C yet. He still has a great high attack. He can do plenty of stuff for me, but I just really haven't found the need to really push for his 3C. Let's see. We have Kanzaki over here. She does pretty good. I gave her a tier helm. She does have thorns on her, so this is one of the characters I've built up. I do enjoy her. She's fairly powerful. This one does alright. When she starts taking some damage, her attack just becomes really high. She's fun to play. But yeah, so these are pretty much the characters I've been working on the most. And it's kind of been slow motion because I've been keeping up with other games. I got a lot going on in Last Claudia. I've been sampling Romancing Saga here. And I gotta say, I've steadily kept up on Langrisser. I love my guild here. Shout out to you guys, you're all awesome. And one thing that has been pretty awesome is for like the past 3 or 4 months, like I've just grinded out resources and I've pretty much cleared all the banners just off of that. So that's just been going really awesome for me. I haven't had to buy any bundles or anything. It's awesome like that. It's a nice, steady, I don't know if it's a 2 or 3% rate, but there's a pity rate, and I'm not having like that bad of a time getting characters here. We have a collab coming soon, I think, the cold collab. I have about 100 pulls saved right now, and I've just grinded all this stuff out casually. I haven't even gotten any bundles, and we still have time. So that's been going pretty good. Like Langrisser, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I would always recommend this game for people to play, for new players to try. Like, here's one of my favorite things about it too. Leon, this guy right here, who's well over 7,000 power and is still one of the strongest characters in the game, he's been out since launch. Like, I've had this character forever. He's still on top, In Langrisser, they don't power creep and just throw the old content out. They have a really good system for making your pull actually worth something, have some longevity, You can really do a lot with these characters. Most of mine aren't even maxed out yet, and I feel like they're always getting stronger. It changes how they play, and it just makes the experience awesome. Also, I have so much of this game to play through. I got to this point, and then I just kind of started coasting. Look at how much story. Whoops. I didn't mean to click on that. Look how much time rift I still have to do in this game. Like, I have all these locked. Oh, it's ridiculous. I didn't even realize that there were that many of them, you know, and I still have to go through, like, the hard difficulties, too. So there's a lot of stuff I still have to do in this game. There's a lot of lapis that I can grind out for free. So, you know, anybody that just happens to be browsing and, you know, checks this video out, if you haven't played Langrisser, definitely try it. It's an awesome game. So, other than that, I just wanted to, you know, kind of share this vid with you guys, show you what I've been up to, and show you a pretty cool, nifty little battle that I had with one of my buddies on here. Actually, let's look at Weiler real quick. Where is this fool? Just so I can read this thing out, because it is ridiculous. And here's my Weiler. He's right under 4,000 power, and he's at least 4-star. Okay, cool, cool. You know, he's got 50 shards, so it's not like I've completely neglected him. I also like the skin for him, and he's the only male healer in the game, which is pretty cool because I just lost my other male healer in Last Claudia. Unfortunately, Dr. Stone is gone. What are you going to do? I'm going to do a video later on that because I'm going to tell you guys how I've managed to cope. Regardless, here's Weiler. He's been waiting for his time to shine. I think Tenyos is pretty cool on him. Look at this. He's got like level 20 gear, right? So I built him up a little bit just to mess around with him. He has some interesting abilities. Tactical retreat. Teleport everybody back to you. And if they're below 100% hit points, back to your side while healing them 3 times your intelligence. So cool. He can retreat people, heal them. Very nice. But this is just kind of like, and he has Dispel, which is nice. But really, his Narnar is, his awakening stuff, we'll preview that. Ooh, look at that. I only need 8 of these Abyss Crystals. I might be able to do that today. High stakes, that's right. Talk about rolling the dice. I haven't exactly read through this thing. I knew it was like a powerful ability, and now I just saw it in the little, you know, battle that was in the beginning of this video. The animation looks cool, even though mine's wearing a captain's uniform. But here it is. Activate. Active skill consumes 99% of remaining hit points, so it's not going to kill you, it's just going to take almost everything that you still have. Triggers the hero talent, hero death effect. Okay. So this guy does have an amazing death effect, and this is going to trigger it without killing him. Alright, this is starting to sound familiar. It cannot affect the caster, because then that would be ridiculously OP. This guy would never die. At the same time, these units deal 15% increased damage and take 15% less damage last 3 turns. So on top of his, what is it? His feat, his trait, whatever, his talent. On top of his talent, you're also getting a 15% damage increase buff and a 15% less damage taken buff. That's amazing. That is amazing. So this pretty much lets you use his talent and puts his talent up on crack with these extra 15%. It's for 3 turns. And in case you guys aren't familiar with his talent, where is it? Let's see. When using a support skill, range increased by 1. All soldier stats increased by 10. Great. So just a nice stat buff. But when the hero dies, or when you use his 3C, and he doesn't have to die, dispels 2 debuffs on all allies within 4 blocks. Okay, so this is how he got rid of Sakura's heal block on everyone, including Juggler. So that's huge right there. Just dispels 2 buffs on all allies within 4 blocks. 4 blocks is decent, you know. and gains Desperate Prayer. Desperate Prayer is what we kept seeing pop up. That's what got me interested. I'm like, man, I keep seeing that thing, and then, like, it's just ridiculous what happens after Desperate Prayer comes up. Before fighting, restore hit points equals to 5 times his intelligence for 2 turns. So even if you get attacked 20 times in 1 turn, before each instance of battle, you're going to get this 5 times his intelligence heal. That's crazy, because as you saw in the beginning of the video, in 2 turns, one of your heroes could take a lot of attacks, and getting a heal like this before every single one of them gives you the ability to literally fight off like a whole army just by yourself, especially when you're applying this to, I could only imagine how good this would be on like Bernie. He would just be unkillable, especially with, you know, the crazy debuff Bernie gives everyone around him. They're going to have such a hard time killing him with this. Obviously, we saw how good this was with Landius. Yeah, so this is definitely who I'm working on next. You know, and obviously he is Stratmaster, so another reason, you know, I already have Alta Mueller all buffed up, and this will help out for Guild Wars with Yles. I had an alt account to play my Yles team. I haven't really done too much with Yles on this account because I've been busy putting my resources obviously into all these heroes of time, stuff like that. But I have also pulled all of the new heroes that have dropped, like Lucia, Shalinka, we have Licorice, Renita. Each one of these characters, I've cleared both of these banners like 70 pulls. One of them was only like 35 pulls, so that was super cool. And on top of that, just to like put the cherry on top, Brenda's banner was up. I have no reason to really want Brenda, but you need her to unlock, like, I think these girls' bonds, some of them. And I was really bummed when I pulled these heroes and was like, awesome, and looked through their bonds and was like, I need Brenda, and I never bothered pulling her because I never really wanted her for anything. She was just up on a banner, and I pulled her in like 12 pulls. And that was just really awesome. So now I can unlock all these characters' bonds to the fullest, and just kind of like sample them. They already do a lot of cool stuff. And I did get Ares. He came down lickety split for me. I think he's a cool character. He can move through enemies. It's pretty nifty. And of course, here's Maya. It worked well. That banner was super easy to clear. Got Maya and Ares instantly lickety split. Like, yeah, these have been all of the recent banners. I pretty much got them for nothing. Very happy with Langrisser right now. Just gotta be real about it. I don't think they have a 5% rate, but they're real about it, and their rate's real. I think it is like a 3%, but it's consistent, and they have a system in place where even if you crap out and have the worst luck, after so many pulls, it's going to reinforce that rate, because they're going to give you a free SS or SSR. It will come down in the summon every 100th pull. A lot of YouTubers have already taken note of this. They've tested it. It works. So it's very nice to have some kind of fail-safe in, you know, just to retain their players and so that people don't get pissed off. A lot of games need to take a note from this game for that. And also the way that they managed to make this game where you don't just power creep and throw things away. So absolutely still loving Langrisser. My guild's doing awesome. I think we're at max capacity. Everybody's playing. Everybody's having fun. It's all good here. So anybody want a new game to play or something new to try, check out Langrisser. It's totally worth it. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hit like, hit subscribe. Everybody have an awesome day, and I'll probably get back in here on this next collab that we got, and, you know, do my polls and see what's going on there. It's also nice that Langrisser has its own PC client. Okay, I just got shafted out of ranking in Last Claudia because I have to record on an emulator. Like this, I'm recording off of the Langrisser's actual PC client, so everything's supported, everything's awesome, everything looks great, makes for better quality. videos. It makes content creator jobs much easier when they're trying to record any content for this game. So other game companies definitely need to do that. I think it's worth it for them, especially now since apparently in Last Claudia, because I record on an emulator, I'm not eligible for ranks, and I just missed out on a ton of awesome rewards that I really would have liked to have. So other games need to take definitely some notes from this game. Hope you enjoyed the vid. Peace, everybody.